Hey, welcome back to the channel and the Stanley Parable. In the last video we finally found door 416, which was very exciting. Then we took a look at the new content, and the jump circle and the reassurance bucket was definitely the highlight of that. I think now we're starting the Stanley Parable 2, so fingers crossed this has got more jump circles and reassurance buckets, but we're only going to find out by playing, so let's just jump straight into it. What time is it? Does anyone really truly know? Of course they don't. Nobody knows anything. You and I don't even know each other. We're like strangers. Sure, I've adjusted all the game settings to your exact specifications, but who hasn't? It's just what I do, like a day job. And now the job is over. Here we go, game over. There's no more information for me to gather. I've collected all the data on you that I can, and I still don't really know you. And you don't know me. And neither of us know what time it is. I guess some settings are just unsettable. But if I'm being totally honest, the clock doesn't do anything in the game anyway. You won't have me here when the game starts next time, but that's okay. Video games were meant to be played alone. You like being alone, don't you? Sometimes. That's maybe the only information I really learned about you. Well, it's time for me to leave. There is still one more setting that we need to adjust, but it may take a little time before I'm ready for that. I wonder what that could be. It's not really in my job description, but that's okay. Perhaps you'll see me again, if you can find me. Talk soon. Okay. Hopefully that's not game over. Here we go, the Stanley Parable 2. Let's go. Fingers crossed there is more jump circles. I don't start off with a bucket though, so that's pretty depressing. Oh, I didn't mean to push A. Okay, I didn't mean to skip that. I thought the narrator wasn't going to be here.
All of his co-workers were gone.
Maybe the person typing isn't the narrator.
Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo.
Still think the other balloons were better. But it's always good to wish someone to get well.
Stanley felt the bucket calling to him, begging him to pick it.
Ah, it's back to 416 now, okay.
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Right, we're good. You know what? We're going to go to the left. I think it's going to be exactly the same, but just with some extra balloons. But that's cool. Balloons make everything better. Although the balloons seem to have stopped now.
Yet there was not.
Doesn't seem very festive down here anymore.
Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up to his boss's office, hoping he might. Stanley stepped into the broom closet.
There will be something in here one day.
Turned around.
I know the time I don't go in there, there's going to be something in there.
Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Anything in the bathroom? Oh. Because the boss... Oh, look, it's a collectible. This is definitely Stanley Parable 2. Let's go.
One of the miniature Stanley figurines. Remember, no reward for collecting all of these, only the intrinsic pleasure of a job well done. You can't buy that sort of happiness, Stanley. God knows I've tried. So, I implore you to savor each and every moment you come across one of these beautiful figurines.
Thank God they finally got some developers that know about gaming and put collectibles in the game. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes, if the bosses suffered losses, then that's what the boss chose. Okay. Don't know what that means, but okay. Okay, that door shuts automatically. This one doesn't shut. Okay, that's weird. Right, I wonder if there's any more collectibles. Right, that's locked again, okay. That lift's got to go somewhere at some point, surely.
In the manager's office, Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked, unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief who orchestrated this. What dark...
Pretty disappointed there's no balloons in here, though.
What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the boss's desk guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had assigned it an extra secret PIN number. Act 2. Stanley was in such a rush to get through the story as quickly
Oh,
as
if only I
possible,
waited like an
he
extra
didn't even
second
have
for
a
him to say
single
the
minute to
code.
just let the narrator talk. That kind of anxiety isn't healthy, so he relaxed for a few moments with some calming New Age music.
This is a really tall room. I don't think this room needs to be this tall, to be honest with you. There's a weird building though.
Feeling soothed and rejuvenated, Stanley calmly walked forward into the opened passageway.
Right, go down the lift. Oh, another collectible, nice.
Another miniature Stanley figurine. This, there really must be a snappier name for these things. What about mini-stands? Stanley figs? What about Stanlerines? Yes, I think I like that. Another Stanlerine under your belt.
Nice, halfway there. Right, hopefully I haven't missed one. Right, we go down. Right, I'm not going to go left, that's just literally certain death, so I'm going to follow it all the way through to that main room again, where it ended up blowing up last time.
The building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself.
Not the secret content
The
room.
nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This question would not go unanswered for long.
To be honest with you, I think there's more new content than there was original content by the looks of it.
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large door that read Mind Control Facility.
Why not? Hold on. Oh, I was going to see if there was a figurine down the alley.
The lights rose on an enormous room packed with television screens. What
Hey, that's where the right-hand room goes.
Place hold, Stanley thought to himself. Did he have the strength to find out?
Right, no Stanlerines there. Okay.
Now the monitors jumped to life, their true nature revealed. Each bore the number of an employee in the building.
Lots of employees there.
The lives of
Where could they all be?
Individuals reduced to images on a screen, and Stanley, one of them.
Oh, do these have? Were these lit up before?
Where freedom meant nothing.
Right, let's get across here. Still can't jump.
This
that work?
Control facility.
I think it did.
It was too horrible to believe. It couldn't be true. Had Stanley really been under someone's control?
There you go. What's that coming down?
Was this the only reason he was happy with his boring job? That his emotions had been manipulated to accept?
I wonder where all these other rooms are. Oh, they got fired. That's unfortunate.
No. He refused to believe it. He couldn't accept it. His own life in someone else's control? Never. It was unthinkable. Wasn't it? Was it even possible? Had he truly spent his entire life utterly blind to the world?
I don't think I've missed any more figurines or
The heart
Stanlerines.
of the operation. Controls labeled with emotions. Happy or sad or content.
Offline.
Walking, eating.
Right, is this room going to blow up
All
again?
of it monitored and commanded from this very place. And as the cold reality of his past began to sink in, Stanley decided that this machinery would
can I go up
never
there just
again
yet?
exert its terrible power over another human life. For
Is there a gate here that's
would
locked?
dismantle
Yeah,
the
it's still there
controls
locked.
once and for all.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it didn't let me through that door last time, did it? It was open, but I think it closes when you get close to it. No, let's go through. Was this room always this dark? Mind controls idle awaiting input.
And when at last he found the source of the room's power, he knew it was his duty, his obligation, to put an end to this horrible... Oh, Stanley, you didn't just activate the controls, did you? After they kept you enslaved all these years, you go and you try to take control of the machine for yourself. Is that what you wanted?
Aye.
Oh, Stanley, I applaud your effort, I really do. But you need to understand, there's only so much that machine can do. You were supposed to let it go, turn the controls off, and leave. If you want to throw my story off track, you're going to have to do much better than that. I'm afraid you don't have nearly the power you think you do. For example, and I believe you'll find this pertinent, Stanley suddenly realized he had just initiated the network's emergency detonation system. In the event that this machine is activated without proper DNA identification, nuclear detonators are set to explode, eliminating the entire complex. How long until detonation then? Let's say, 2 minutes.
Oh no, I was supposed to do off one. I thought off was the right thing. On was the right way to go. I thought I did off last time.
You are the star. It's your story now. Shape it to your heart's desires. Oh, this is much better than what I had in mind.
I literally think I can't do anything here. Is this door open? Yeah, the door's open. I got a feeling it's going to shut as soon as I get to it, though. Yeah, that's unfortunate.
More time to talk to you about me, where we're going, what all this means. I barely know where to start.
Oh, the gate's open now, though.
You'd like to know where your co-workers are?
Is it? Yeah, it is open.
A moment of solace before you're obliterated. All right, I'm in a good mood. You're going to die anyway. I'll tell you exactly what happened to them.
Right, where was 3 again?
I turned off the...
I think that's 4 right there.
Free. Of course, that was merely in this instance of the story. Sometimes when I tell it, I simply let you sit there in your office forever, pushing buttons endlessly and then dying alone. Other times, I let the office sink into the ground, swallowing everyone inside, or I let it burn to a crisp. I have to say this, though, this version of
right, apart from the couple of balloons at the start, I don't think the Stanley Parable is that much different. Well, the Stanley Parable 2.
I almost hate to see it.
Not a single jump circle or reassurance bucket in sight.
I come up with on the next go around will
yeah, I did nothing. Okay.
My goodness.
Can I click the off button? Would that actually do anything?
But I'm enjoying this so much. You know what? To hell with it. I'm going to put some extra time on the clock. Why not? These are precious additional seconds, Stanley. Time doesn't...
No, I can't actually press it now.
Oh dear me, what's the matter, Stanley? Is it that you have no idea where you're going, what you're supposed to be doing right now? Or did you just...
Yeah, still don't know how to do this bit, bro.
That something in this room was capable of turning it off? I mean, look at you. Running from button to button, screen to screen, clicking on every little thing in this room. These numbered buttons, no, these colored ones. Or maybe this big red button. Or this door. Everything, anything, something here will save me. Why would you think that?
That's his 10.
That this video game can be beaten? Won? Solved? Do you have any idea what your purpose in this place is?
Well, hold on. So what? Are the number buttons linked to these computers
You're
then?
in for quite a disappointment.
Nah, they all say 3 on them. Let's click 3, see what happens to the screen.
Action moving along. It's just seconds ticking away to your death. You're only
Nothing.
Still playing instead of watching a cutscene because I want to watch you for every
What does that say?
that you're powerless. To see
I can't even read
made
that.
Humble. This is not a challenge. It's a tragedy.
Activate
you wanted
button,
to control
hint.
this world, that's fine.
Blue
I'm
3.
going to
Oh no,
destroy
there's no
it
blue
first,
buttons around here.
So you can't. Take a look at the clock, Stanley. That's 30 seconds you have left to struggle. 30 seconds until a big boom and then nothing. No ending here. Just you being blown to pieces. Will you cling desperately to your frail life? Or will you let it go peacefully? Another
Blue button.
choice.
Goodbye, employee 427. Nice.
Don't. It's all the same to me. All a part of the
Oh my
job.
god, it's getting very shaky
I
now.
will be laughing at every second.
How long's left? Oh my god, 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. Goodbye, cruel world. Oh my god. Take it, we're going to be back at the office now. Where could them other collectibles be as well? Ah, the balloons are still here though, that's cool.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had sent
that's neat.
a memo.
Oh, figurine finders committee meeting today in the meeting room. Okay, sick. Yes, let's go, bro.
Stanley picked up the bucket.
Yeah, he did. Where's my jump circle? Right, that's still shut. Oh, is there anything else that's new then? Stanley Parable 2, 10 out of 10. Would recommend. And that's without the jump circle. If there's a jump circle, then this game's getting like a 15 out of 10. Let's be having it.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
Alright, yeah, I think the bucket's going to save me. Them pictures new. I don't know. Oh, here we go. Trust the completionist instinct. How we can find them. What we know, small floating objects have appeared across the office. We have to synergize our resources to ensure their retrieval. There are many questions. Okay. How can you tell you spotted one? What makes them float in the air? Who took these pictures of them? Good point, good point. I haven't seen that one in the dark though. I got that one in the toilet. Fig leaves are hard to find. Follow clues provided by employee 416. We can do it. Ooh, 416. Thank you, good luck. Okay. There will be a reward. Oh, there will be a reward for finding them all. Okay. So there are 3 I've got. A large room, lots of boxes. Stairs, something to do with stairs. Somewhere both red and blue. Okay. This door's shut now. Warehouse access plan. Produce 1 plank. What? Plank? Plant? Produce 1 plank to allow ease. Oh yeah, of access past fence. 2, construct bridge to allow collection of shiny float. Okay, nice. 3, retrieve Chris's remains okay, from the warehouse floor. And number 4, construct new structurally sound bridge. Okay. We need more planks. Right, so we need to find planks. Ah, pieces of evidence, okay. Right, let's carry on. So we need to find employee 416. Still nothing in here though.
Oh, Stanley, can you feel it? The broom closet. It wants the bucket.
Right, we're going to go downstairs this
Into
time.
a staircase, Stanley and the bucket walked upstairs to the boss's office.
This is red and that's blue. Surely this is the red. There it is, the red and blue room. Let's go.
Okay, I'm going back to the name of these little Stanley figurines, and now I'm torn between Stanlerines and Figlies. What do you think, Stanley? What name better encapsulates the intrinsic sense of happiness that you get from seeing a small...
Do I even get the choice here? I don't think I do.
Let me sit on it. I'm sure it will come to me.
I do like Stanlerines though.
But Stanley just couldn't.
Probably should have gone straight back
Consider the
upstairs, but we'll
possibility
see
of
if
facing
anything's
his
changed
boss,
down here.
Admitting he had left
I don't think I've been down here since like part 1 or 2.
For that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed.
Although that does mean that it's the next 10 minutes
his
down
boss
there.
would think he was crazy. And then something occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe.
Did they always have numbers and letters underneath
Down
them?
at the bucket in his arms. Am I crazy? He asked the bucket. The bucket returned his gaze, but said nothing at all. That's strange, Stanley thought. Usually the bucket is a source of guidance and wisdom for me in difficult times such as these. He held the bucket close, yet felt none of its familiar
I think I would have been best
reassurance
calling
and
this one
comfort.
Bucket Simulator.
And that's when Stanley realized, this isn't my bucket. It's just a normal, everyday bucket. Someone else's.
I'm sure this room's getting dirtier
How
as
did
well.
I end up with someone else's bucket? This is all terribly wrong. Surely no good.
No, where's my bucket gone?
Who knows what sorts
Give me
of
back my
bizarre
bucket, bro.
hallucinations Stanley
Like,
might experience
I'm having
without
that.
the psychologically grounding presence of his bucket.
Right, I need to hurry up,
Now he
get my
noticed
bucket
the
back.
rooms were repeating, which was, of course, very odd. And now he felt himself floating off the ground. Oh, gracious, he exclaimed. Without my bucket, I've gone truly mad.
Oh, I'm
Where is
floating.
it? I must find it. Far off in the distance now, he heard it, calling to him.
Stanley! Stanley, it's me!
I'm coming, Bucket, I'm coming.
Could it truly be? He rushed forward.
There's my bucket.
Passing by
There's loads of them.
bucket after the next.
Oh my god.
None of them were his.
Which one's mine?
None of them were his special bucket.
Come to me, Stanley. Find me.
He had to find.
I'm coming, bucket. Oh
He
my
had to
god, there's
return
loads
to
of
his
them.
old friend. It was
None of these are my bucket. Where's my
restore his
bucket?
sanity, and then suddenly, it froze dead in his tracks. He knew
This
where the
bucket is
voice
mine.
of the
There are
bucket
others
had
like
been
it, but this
coming
one is
from.
mine.
The real bucket was inside of him all along. It was incredibly painful. Stanley doubled over in agony and blacked out.
Oh no. Do I get my bucket back?
This is the story of a woman named Mariella. Mariella woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, picked up her bucket of comfort and security, and walked to her place of work.
She's got my bucket.
But on this particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town, talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. Right away, she knew what the problem was. This man had no bucket. Of course he'd gone mad, ranting and raving about a narrator describing all of his actions and how everything is predetermined and free will is an illusion and it's all just a video game. It could all have been prevented if only he'd taken his bucket with him. Perhaps he didn't even realize he'd forgotten his bucket at home in the first place. How cruel the world can be, Mariella thought, and she hugged her own bucket even tighter. But of course, she had no time for this. There were a myriad of confusing problems she would soon have to confront at work, for which her bucket would provide absolute guidance and total clarity on everything. Heck yes, she thought to herself, my life kicks ass. And she backflipped all the way to work.
What is this? I still don't know what this game is. This game is the most random thing I've ever seen. Right, where's my
All of his
bucket?
co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting.
We found another
Perhaps
figurine though,
he
so
simply
that's
missed a
pretty
memo.
sweet.
Stanley
We got a
lifted the
bucket back,
into
it's
his
even
arms,
sweeter.
and a wave of comfort rushed over him.
I need to talk to employee 416. He knows about the Stanleys.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door.
What happens if I go this way with my bucket?
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, but Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him,
I did.
employee
This bucket's got to
was
open one
simply the
door,
place
surely.
to be.
4B9.
And
Ah, back to the
had
employees'
bucket
lounge. I
turned
do
out to
like
be
this
correct?
lounge.
Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be.
See, always
No,
trust the bucket.
Never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
Hold on. Did he though?
No.
Said the bucket.
No.
Go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Go to the cargo lift.
Still ain't got the key card for this yet. I feel like I'm going to be able to get in that room at some point. Oh shit. There's a figurine. I didn't even see that over there. Nice. Oh, okay. There's a vent. I got a Stanley. Let's go. That's 4 out of 6. This is the room with lots of
You're
boxes.
getting close now,
Okay.
Stanley. You've nearly got
One more to go.
all the
Sick.
Figler and Marines. Very soon, you'll collect the last one, and then the first number will equal the second number, and that will be it. We'll be different people by then. Different
The
in
whiteboard said I
sense
got
that
a
we
reward,
used to
though.
have none of them, and now we have them all. You can't go back to when you had no Figler and Marines. None of us can.
Right, he's forgot the name of the Stanleys already. Right, I can't jump, so let's go back through the vent. There's some strong bits of wood though. Oh my god, I've fallen down. Okay. Oh. Oh, this is new. This is very new. Oh, bloody hell, okay. Yeah, never been here before. This is very exciting. There's a desk there. There's a desk there as well. Okay. What else we got in here? Where's the narrator gone? Ah, a little tape recorder. Oh no. Oh, here we go.
Okay, this is day number 295, tape number... I don't even know. I've lost track. Nothing feels real anymore. The longer I study this bucket, the less sense anything makes. The sheer euphoria I feel every time I pick it up. No matter how many times I've done it, it's always the same feeling. And the emptiness in my chest when I set it down. It doesn't make sense. There's no explanation for it. I still haven't figured out why I see the world so differently when this bucket is in my arms. Why everything feels so... What do I do with this treasure? I can monetize it. Yes. It's unthinkable the amounts of money people will pay for even just an hour with the bucket. This is my golden ticket. But I have to be careful, because as soon as this gets out, there's going to be a target on my back. Even now, I don't know who might be trying to get me. What's that? Who's there? Camporata.
Is there going to be a jump scare now? No, good. Okay, that was a little bit weird. I wonder if that is employee 416. Which way did I go? Okay, yeah. I'm going to go to the right again this time. But instead of going straight on, I will go left to the
Stanley
meeting
decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps the confusion and the chaos all seemed to melt away as Stanley embraced the bucket.
The bucket just makes everything better every time.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest. This was not the correct way to the meeting
I
room.
wonder if this was
Stanley
all
had
in the
felt
original
bucket
game.
calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was...
Oh no, it says new content, so maybe not. I don't know.
And
Who
here
knows
it
with this
was.
game?
Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was this better than the meeting room? Yes, Stanley thought to himself. Yes, perhaps it truly was. How insightful the bucket turned out to be. No, never mind. The bucket was wrong. Stanley took the door on his left to go back to the meeting room.
What happens if I don't go down that other way though? Well, I'm going this. I'm going this way again.
No,
No.
don't go to the meeting room. Go somewhere else. The cargo lift, yes. Go there. Good, said the bucket. Now ride the lift all the way to
What's
the
through
top.
there?
There's something up there I
How do I get to there?
Stanley did not question why or how this bucket was speaking to him. It should have alarmed him, of course, because buckets can't talk. But Stanley chose not to think about this obvious fact.
Never
He
get
was
alarmed by the
convinced
bucket.
that the bucket had spoken to him, and he unthinkingly did whatever the bucket asked.
Well, I know I can walk off this, so I don't want to die.
In here,
Said the bucket.
go into this dark room over here.
Stanley once again obeyed blindly.
Always obey the bucket. Oh, that was dark, wasn't it?
Now pick up the phone.
Said the bucket.
Pick up the phone and it will take us back home, where we can go about life together.
Right, let's pick up the phone. The bucket says to. Oh my god, flashbang. Oh my god. Why is that so
This
long?
is the sad story of a man named Stanley and his bucket. Once upon a time, I gave Stanley a bucket because I thought he was lonely and could use a friend. And then, very distressingly, he began to believe the bucket could speak to him.
Yeah, this is definitely new. Oh, my bucket, nice. My sweet. Hello, Stanley, it's me, your bucket. Press up to take me to work with you. Right, no Stanlerines in here. Okay.
The Stanley Parable Reassurance Bucket was merely meant to provide the comforting glow of companionship. It doesn't literally talk and give you orders. Whatever Stanley is hearing the bucket say to him is just in his head.
Right, let's go back to my... Oh, my bucket, nice. Press up to take me back home with you.
Lately, I've been concerned about him. Wouldn't you be concerned as well? To see him delusional like this, obsessing over an inanimate metal object? I want to say something to him.
Where's my bucket?
I
Oh,
can
there it
convince
is.
him. I don't know if he'll listen to me.
I only listen to the bucket now, bro. Push up to go back to work.
Well, I'll try anyway. Stanley, can you hear me? Listen to me. It's just a bucket. It can't think, it can't talk. All it will ever truly do for you is effectively transfer a liquid from one location to a different location. That's it. It doesn't do anything else.
Do you hear something then? I thought I heard something. It must have been the wind. Don't listen to the loud man. Press X for us to go back home. To be honest with you, mate, I didn't even hear a loud man.
You see, he's not listening. He's
Bucket,
still taking
where are
orders
you?
from the bucket. You know, once
Oh my
upon a
God.
time it was me he took orders.
Where's my bucket?
Me he trusted and listened to. Now all he
Oh
cares
my
about
God,
is
it's
this
right there.
awful bucket.
Whew, I thought it was a
this
cooker pot
stupid
then.
hunk of metal.
Press right to ignore anyone in your life except for me.
It's sad. I suppose he doesn't need me anymore. From now on, he's just going to cling to this bucket, this cold, empty bucket, this sort of shiny bucket. Well, I'll give it this. The bucket does have a nice shine to it.
It's the best bucket ever, bro. You believe I'm real, don't you, Stanley? Push A to go back home. Can I take my bucket anywhere? Oh, I pushed A.
Closer inspection, that it doesn't quite look like your average hardware store bucket. It's just a little more,
Oh, look, the bucket's just there watching telly. Nice.
sturdier, more capable of transporting liquid. Like it would be better at moving an amount of water from one room to another.
Look, the bucket does more than that, son. Push A to relive this same day with me over and over.
Oh my God, what am I saying? Better at carrying water from room to room. It's a bucket. It's literally just a bucket. Why do I feel some need to point out the ways in which it's so much more than just a regular bucket?
A regular bucket. The disrespect, mate. Push B to go home to work to home to work to home.
Oh no. I'm having feelings.
Oh, it's midnight.
The bucket. No. What's going on? Why do I want to be with the bucket? Hear what the bucket has to say. Do anything it
Oh, the
asks.
bucket
What's
is on
wrong
the
with me?
bed.
I don't understand. Perhaps if I had the bucket, this would be less confusing. Yes. The bucket could tell me what to do in this troublesome situation.
Still no more Stanlerines, though.
Stanley, give me the bucket. Give it to me. Give me
Never.
the bucket, Stanley. I need it. Give it to me now. Give it or I'll...
Is it okay to open them yet? Oh, I'm going to open them anyway. Go back to work, Stanley. Is my bucket going to be there? I'm only going back to work if my bucket's there. No! Where's my bucket? Ooh. Which phone's ringing? This one?
Hello.
Oh,
This is a recorded message scheduled either by you or a person in your place of work. The purpose of this message is to warn you about the dangers of recorded messages. If at any time you believe you are listening to a recorded message, please terminate it immediately. and cease all flow of information from the recorded message into your perceptual sphere. Thank you, and have a pleasant day.
Okay. I don't think I should have listened to that recorded message. Oh, my bucket's here. Thank God for that.
Warmth spread through Stanley's arms. With the bucket in his arms again, he was home.
Awaiting input. Ah, yeah, it's like that room. Can I climb back up here still? Yeah, I probably can. But I'm not going to. These open up yet? Nah. Employee 416, you about, son? Right.
Stanley clutched the bucket tightly to his chest and entered the door on his left.
I'm going to go this way.
was not
I'm definitely going to
correct
turn
way to the
left though
meeting
this
room.
time.
But Stanley had felt the bucket calling to him, telling him that the employee lounge was simply the place to be. And here it was. Had the bucket turned out to be correct? Was
The
this
bucket
better
is
than the
always
meeting
correct,
room?
bro.
Well, never mind.
No, the bucket was not wrong.
Stanley took the door on his left to go back to, and so the two of them detoured through the maintenance.
Oh, what was
section
down here
and went
again?
Straight ahead to the opposite door.
I can't remember what was down here. We're doing it. Oh, what was down here again? I can't remember. I don't think this takes me to the
Stanley,
mind
I'm glad
control
you found your
place.
way
Surely
here.
not.
I knew you'd find this.
Oh my god, that scared the shit out of me. Bloody hell.
You see, your friend are concerned for you, Stanley.
Who is that baby?
We've come together
What is
here
that?
because we
Why is
care
this
about
baby
you
here?
very
That
much.
scared the hell
It's
out
this
of me.
bucket
Bloody
you're
hell.
carrying around everywhere. The
Wanker.
bucket isn't
Kill the
even from
baby.
original
Oh my
Stanley
god.
Parable. It's just
Ooh,
sequel
broom closet.
content.
Sick.
We're the ones that matter, Stanley. Classic characters from the first game, like the Adventure Line and the Broom Closet.
Oh my god.
Because that's what.
And the yellow
fans
line's
want from
back,
a
that's
sequel.
sick.
They want more of their favorite jokes, not this bucket that they've never seen before. Yes, I know I'm the one who gave you the bucket, but you're spending too much time with it. Don't you want another story involving the Adventure Line? We could make the Adventure Line go somewhere new. Yes, yes, that's what the fans want. Let's do it.
Let's go. Alright, let's we're following the line again.
Whee! Look at that wacky line. Who knows where it'll go off to next? Oh, and it played some silly music as well.
Nice. Absolute classic. I really can't remember where it said the last Stan Marine was though. We got the warehouse one. We got the one with the
Now,
red
this
and
is
blue
what
room.
the Stanley Parable is all about. Don't you remember all those great jokes from the original dialogue?
Also, Stanley is addicted to drugs and hookers.
It's as classic now as it was back then. Let's do it for the fans, Stanley. Let's give them more content exactly like this. But if we want to do that, you're going to have to give something up.
What? No. Don't say it, bro. Do not say I've got to give up this bucket. I will never give up the bucket. Oh, it said somewhere with lots of stairs, didn't it? Yeah, that's where the last figurine is. Somewhere with lots of stairs.
Don't you get it, Stanley? We need to get rid
These are stairs.
That's why I'm very proud to introduce a brand new character. This is the Bucket Destroyer.
First appearance, no. Oh my god,
I
no.
think it'll make a wonderful new addition to the rich lore of the Stanley Parable. True, it also was not in the original game, but it's such a well-fleshed-out character with so much personality that to me, it already feels as though it's been part of the cast all along. Don't you agree?
I know about all this.
What the Bucket Destroyer does? Surely you don't need me to spell it out for you. Go
Oh
ahead
no.
now, Stanley.
Insert bucket to
Say
destroy.
goodbye to the
Never.
bucket.
Why would I do that? This is my bucket,
Machine
bro.
already.
How do I turn this off?
Now listen to me. It's crucial that you give it the bucket. I don't know what the Bucket Destroyer will do if it can't destroy your bucket. Destroying buckets is all it knows. That is its singular personality trait. Sure, I can hear you saying, how does a character with only one personality trait deserve to join the pantheon of
Oh, it's
Stanley
locked.
Parable characters? Well, you see, if you were to really explore the Bucket Destroyer, you would see that its desire to crush buckets is so densely loaded with complexity and nuance that it's really like 10 personality traits. What other object in this game can you even say that about? The broom closet? Certainly not. I wonder what sort of Bucket Destroyer merchandise the fans will be clamoring for after this. Okay, the Bucket Destroyer is getting very upset now. You'll have to hurry and feed it. We can't get back to the classic Stanley Parable characters like the Adventure.
Oh my god, the room's going mad. The machine's going mad.
That damn bucket. Quickly now. The fans are waiting. Do it, the fans. Stanley.
Never.
Give the fans what they want. Hurry and...
Oh my god, flashbang. That white screen is just there for so long.
The Bucket Destroyer. My prized creation. You had so much potential. We were going to do such marvelous things with you, tell such spellbinding stories about you. All of it squandered now. Goodbye, new friend. For the moment in time that you were here, you were magnificent.
Oh my god. What is this game? Oh, thank god that white screen's gone now. Alright, hopefully I'm back in the office. We're back in the office, okay, right. I'm probably going to end it here now. Otherwise it's just going to go on for like over an hour again. And no one wants that. Ooh, telephone. No, but yeah, I don't know what's wrong with this game. Like, I don't know what it's about, but I did not expect there to be this much content, not gonna lie. This game just keeps like coming up with new stuff, so yeah, pretty intrigued to see what else happens. Really don't know how far I am into the game. It said I finished the game like, I don't know, like on the first in the first video I think it was, but yeah, this is cool. I really like this one. Like, yeah, but yeah, if you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll catch you in the next one.